back, everybody.
This is, what, 4 weeks in a row? 5 weeks in a row?
It might be. I lost count.
Yeah. We're back to where it's just a normal thing.
Steve spoke too soon.
I know, I just jinxed the shit out of this.
But fret not, Steve.
Fret not. We have another outstanding show for you.
Not an all animal episode either. So
Yeah.
for all you animal freaks, sorry.
And all you dicks and poop people.
We're back, baby.
The other week, did you happen to watch any of the Saturday Night Live 50th special?
I did not watch it live, and I did not watch anything actually other than, I think, a musical guest.
All right. Yeah. So they did like a 2-day thing, and they had the first day they did like a whole musical thing. And then the second day on Sunday, not Saturday, was the actual show.
Okay.
With all like award shows and specials like that, they do an in memorandum of the, like the Oscars do it every year of everyone who's died that year.
Oh, okay.
So Saturday Night Live did one, and I was like, well, they always talk about like Chris Farley,
Right.
John Belushi. They always talk about all of them. But what it was things that have died that you can no longer do.
Oh, like a woke kind of thing?
So it was a lot of people doing Asian accents, like white people be doing Asian accents. It was a lot of sexual harassment. And at the bottom, they would show at the what it was. They would show like Alec Baldwin and Adam Sandler when they did the Boy Scout thing where he was like, Alec Baldwin was the pervert trying to have sex with Adam Sandler, and it was like child molestation. It's not good. It was just it made me laugh so much because especially the Asian accents, which
If there's one thing that we can bring back or to make not, I guess, canceled. It's like white people doing Asian accents because it's funny.
It made me laugh so much just watching people do Asian. I mean, they were doing. Then they had people doing like Italian accent.
Well, right. That's what I mean. Like if you do like an Australian accent, it seems fine. German, Wiener Schnitzel. Like you can do that. So like Asian is just another one.
Yeah.
But the only thing is like people have nailed down the Asian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe we've gotten too good.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Like the R's.
Did you see okay, I sent this out to, I think, the podcast and like weeks ago, and then Joe just resent it back to me. So maybe he didn't watch.
Yeah.
But it's the white lady who went into like a coma for like a day or two. And when she woke up, she spoke Asian. But she spoke Asian as if she was a white person mimicking an Asian. But like she didn't drop, like she was in character. Like she, like the whole
she was someone doing a bad Asian accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you guys have not seen this, and the only reason I'm going to play this is for awareness. Not that it's funny.
Don't go into a coma because this could be you.
Sarah Colwell from Plymouth in England is a dead-set Pom who now sounds like she's from Shanghai.
It wasn't until I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital she actually said, "Are you aware of the way you're speaking?" And I said, "Oh, I sound like I have a slur." And she said, "No, you sound like you can work at a Chinese restaurant."
Chinese restaurant.
Chinese restaurants.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, I almost want to go into a coma now so I can come out and just be like, you could blame whatever
you want.
Yeah.
I was in a coma. Fuck off.
I just start talking black. So the Saturday Night Live thing was pretty funny to me, just because they were like blurring out people dressed in blackface and stuff.
Dude, the amount of actors that have done blackface, the list, there's dozens and dozens.
Oh, it's so
It almost, I think, used to be just a common.
It was like an easy joke,
right? Like a comedic element to, like even Saturday Night Live. There was like in anything, it was just blackface was funny, and like I don't find it funny, and not because I find it offensive. I just don't find that joke
stupid.
funny.
Yes.
Right. Like, so like to me, I could see obviously how it'd be offensive in a way, but if a black person painted their face white, like in White Chicks, like I did not find that offensive.
No.
You know, like, and they were impersonating white chicks.
Well, yeah. Well, we are the people that just I don't care.
We don't care.
It just
Funny is
see
funny.
it more of people trying to be funny than insulting someone.
Right. And if it's funny, okay, it's funny, but like that just isn't funny.
Yeah, it's like that Asian guy that like he like stretches his eyes out. He's like, Rook, I'm American.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need my credit card.
Yeah, like, that's funny.
That's funny
like
to me.
that's comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you're making a movie to smash all those, to bring back that kind of.
I don't
humor.
have any blackface.
It's not blackface, but
because that's not funny.
Just the good humor.
My movie. We're not going to touch on it that much, but it's just things that it's just funny. Like if I think it's funny, it's in the movie.
Yes.
And there's some absurd things, and there's some things that push the envelope. Maybe, I'm not even going to really dive into it, but I just hope it's funny to people.
I hope so.
I hope it's fun.
But the musical performances did have
that I did watch one of them.
Yeah. Which one did you watch?
The Nirvana.
With Post Malone? Mm-hmm. What did you think of that?
I liked it.
Part of me liked it, but because it was kind of cool just to see Post Malone doing. The only thing I felt he was trying to do a Kurt Cobain voice. I felt instead of just trying to sing it like how he would sing it.
Well, they were.
Maybe I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I can see that, but I think when you like, if I sung Pearl Jam, I wouldn't sing. I mean, I don't sing anyway, but I wouldn't sing it in my voice. I would.
I know.
If I sing Pearl Jam or Creed, it's the same voice.
Yeah. It when I sing The Cure in my car, I do it with an English accent.
So,
so that
think
makes sense. I get it's tough to get away because you kind of want to keep that element because otherwise it's just a cover. So, but if you're playing with the members of Nirvana, you probably you're in Nirvana at that moment. So,
I think he did a good job.
I thought he did a good job too.
Like it sounded good, and it was good to see Grohl back on the drums.
Yes.
Just hammering away like fucking Animal.
I know.
Speaking of Animal, that's Dave fucking Grohl.
Yeah.
I got a Animal from the Muppets pop figure.
Yes.
So now, of course, there's rumors that there will be
a Nirvana tour.
A Nirvana tour called Post Nirvana.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
With Post Malone singing.
I'm all for that. That would be so... Oh, my God.
I would
Tickets would be so much
And
for
it was
that.
all the original, like Chris and fucking... Other guy's name escapes me.
Pat Schmear.
Schmear.
That name always makes me laugh.
And I knew it was like a crude name. I'm like thinking about it. But yeah, like I would 100%. I mean, a lot of people go see bands that have less of the original members than that.
Yes.
So I think it would be obviously all the gatekeepers. You can hear them already yapping on the internet about, oh, that's not Nirvana. Well, no shit, because fucking Cobain blew his head off. You know what I mean? So
he's not around anymore.
It's not going to happen. Yeah. You shouldn't call it Nirvana.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck that. I want to see.
Yes, I'd go and have fun with it and Post, the best guy. And here's why I say Post is good, because if they did, hey, we're doing a Nirvana tour, we need a lead singer. It would be 1,000 guys that looked like Cobain.
And try to sound like Cobain.
Yes. And that's not what I would want if I went to that concert.
Yeah.
Like, Posty has a style all of himself. So I think that's fine. Like, he's not trying to be Cobain, because Post Malone is,
well established himself.
Yeah, and he's a one-off character kind of thing. And if they try to get somebody else, I think that they would almost purposely have to go with somebody who doesn't look like Cobain, but everybody that would have auditioned would look like fucking Cobain.
There would have been so many flannels.
Right,
coming
flannels,
into
all that with the stringy fucking non-washed bleach blonde hair and shit. Yeah.
And I think that's the kind of, you don't want to do that, because that, I feel, if you do that, that's insulting to Kurt Cobain. But, well, that was there. And then they also announced the nominees who could be inducted into this year's Hall of Fame.
This will be our second annual.
Yeah, the second annual Inappropriate.
Like, we be the judge.
Yeah, we be the judge.
We don't have a title for this. But maybe we're on a third annual.
Yes. So I'm going to give you the names. Some of these people have been nominated before but haven't got in, and some of these people are new. All right. So you give me the yay or nay.
All right.
English rock supergroup Bad Company.
I do like some of their songs.
I like the one Bad Company.
They always sing songs with their name
in it, yeah. So other than that, I don't know enough about them.
I don't know a lot of Bad Company's songs.
But I know their names, so I feel like they should be in.
They probably are more successful than I imagined.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, what the fuck. Get in there.
All right, whatever. The Black Crowes. I have never been a fan of the Black Crowes.
I like their one song. Actually, no, I like two of their songs. They might only have two chart-topping songs, right?
I think so.
The Too Hot to Handle Now.
Yeah.
And She Wears a Cross Around Her Neck. That's not the names of the songs, but that's it.
I always remember the album cover was like the bottom part of a girl wearing a bikini. And that was the only thing.
And the lead singer's married to...
I want to say Gwyneth Paltrow, but
that's I couldn't get her name out of, but it's not. Intern, who is the lead singer? I think his name is his name Chris or something?
I think so.
We don't really know. Who's the lead singer married to?
Oh, thank you. He was married to Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. Are they divorced now?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So he's married to some person named Camille Johnson since 2020, but from 2000 to 2007, he was married to Kate Hudson.
Oh, that's still a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay. I know.
Do they get in? Not this try.
Yeah. They're not a first ballot. No. So.
Dirty hippies.
Mariah Carey.
She's got to get in.
I feel like she's got to get in too. Chubby Checker.
Dude, that guy.
He's been nominated several times.
I was going to say, this can't be the first year that Chubby Checker's been fucking nominated.
I feel like he should get in. I couldn't tell you one Chubby Checker song.
Oh,
I feel
Tutti
like
Frutti.
Oh, is that who he sang?
Tutti
I thought
Frutti.
Little Richard sang Tutti
Probably.
Frutti.
Then that's why he hasn't got in, because if he didn't sing Tutti Frutti.
Yeah, Little Richard sang Tutti Frutti.
Let Little Richard in. What is Chubby Checker's most famous song? The Twist.
The Twist.
That's about the same as Tutti Frutti. Let him in.
All right, let him in. Joe Cocker.
He doesn't have any good songs.
I know, I feel
so.
Doesn't he sing the song that's like in the beginning of the Small Wonder or the Wonder Years? What would you do?
So when my dad owned a body shop, he did body work for, I guess, some lady or guy that worked for a record label, and they would get all back when CDs and tapes, cassettes were big. I would say this is probably early mid 90s. Anyway, he did work for them, and then they gave him all like just a huge box of all the CDs that were coming out that year, and Joe Cocker was one of them. And that's the only reason I know this guy. I'm not really going anywhere exactly with this, other than Billy Idol was also in there, and I remember listening to White Wedding.
Yeah.
Before it came out, and I thought I was fucking way ahead of the curve. Joe Cocker songs. I mean, he's got a fucking shit ton of songs. Are any of them good?
Joe Cocker did do the Wonder Years thing, but it was replaced. Based off of that, I'm going to say yes to Joe Cocker.
All right. Well, did he get more? Does he have more than that? So let's go. Oh, so we already know he has the what would you do? All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, you are so beautiful. Is that you are so beautiful? I guess so. I mean, it just puts me to sleep.
Now we'll say Joe Cocker's dead too.
Oh well, rest in peace, Joe Cocker.
I feel like I don't know enough, but I feel like with Joe Cocker.
Sure, I guess so. I mean,
what was the one? What was the other song that you listened to when you had that box of tapes?
Billy Idol.
Oh, the next one is Billy Idol.
Oh, then let that motherfucker in.
I know this is not his first thing, but
He's
feel like
still he's got to be late 60s.
Yeah, I would say that, or I would probably say in his 70s.
Billy Idol, 69.
Yeah,
and that dude still goes on tour.
Yeah,
maybe not like full tours, and for approaching 70,
he looks good.
Dude is pretty ripped.
Yeah,
I mean he's definitely on that TRT or something. He's fucking homeboy Jack.
Did you ever see the videos of like Iggy Pop? He was like another one I always think. He looks so bad.
He's pretty saggy.
He looks like he's
melting.
Yeah, and they just have his skeletons holding him up.
But like that, so that's the difference between like Billy Idol and Iggy Pop. Is Billy Idol I think works out.
Yes.
Iggy Pop is just rock star skinny.
Yes.
And that's a difference.
He just doesn't eat and drinks
right.
and things like that. So I vote yes as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go Billy Idol. Fuck yeah.
Cyndi Lauper.
When I was an emotional 6th grader, she had that song 2 of Hearts or something.
Yeah.
I cried tears to that song. That was a quality song. I mean, everybody knows like girls just want to have fun.
She has that true. Is that the song?
That's True Colors. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And she had the song from Goonies.
Which one was that?
I don't know. I think it actually says. I think it's called The Goonies. So I vote yes for Cyndi Lauper. This I feel is kind.
Oh, you know what? Time After Time.
Oh yeah, Time After Time is strong.
Cranking out hits. And this song, 1986, dude. I was fucking 8 years old, and I think I might have had a crush on my teacher. I don't even know. But
your teacher didn't look at you and you're crying in your room. She doesn't like me.
True Colors. She had a good voice too.
Yes, she did.
Except she did have a good voice in that song with Michael Jackson where they all were singing was that Hands Across America.
We Are the World.
We Are the World.
Yeah,
she sounded like dog shit in that. To the point Michael Jackson was like looking at her like, Jesus Christ, like get this fucking
bitch
you
keep your fucking part
turn
down?
her mic down.
I can be Michael Jackson. That's so. Remember she had that video where her dad was Captain Lou Albano, the guy who wore the wrestler who wore rubber bands all over himself.
I do remember that.
I don't know. It just
made
me laugh. Now the next artist, I feel like it is a definite first baller. You're going to say yes to it.
Okay.
But I also feel it's very convenient that something was announced this year with this band that they're touring again.
Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne?
No. Oasis.
Oasis is I mean, everybody's going to say kind of the same thing about Oasis. They could have been the biggest band in the world.
I agree. They could have been.
And I think at one moment in history, you could probably look back and they were the biggest band.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't keep their shit together.
They just couldn't like each other. They were brothers and they were with each other their whole lives. They couldn't just...
And they wait till they're famous to just...
Now we hate each other.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not even coming to the States.
No. When I was in London and they announced that they were touring, people were losing their fucking mind,
throwing their fucking tea bags in the air and shit.
Yeah, they were fucking they were trying to go ransack Parliament because they were so happy that fucking Oasis.
I would love to go see Oasis. It would. I don't even think it would be a great show. I think it would just suck. It would just be them on like their high horse.
Do you feel like they'd be late to their own show?
Oh, purposely.
Yeah,
Like one of them would be late.
Yes, I feel like, and it's going to be like, this is why the brothers just can't get
One guy
along.
would go out and just be pissed off, talking shit about his brother. Like, I'll just, anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Outcast.
Oh, come on, bro. Yes.
I knew you were going to.
Outcast played a major part in my high school career.
Well, it was like, when I saw the list, I was just like, I saw Outcast on it, and I was like, oh, I know.
But really, it was just a Southern Playalistic album.
Yeah.
That album, you can listen to that straight through.
Did you like when Andre 3000 did his own
the
album?
flute? No, like anything after Southern Playalistic, like all the shit that got. God, I feel like I'm an asshole going when they got really popular.
Yeah.
But their songs kind of got watered down. Like they got more poppy, which is fine. Like go cash in.
Yeah, go get your money.
But like, hey, I don't like any of the songs that you would go out and listen to now.
I gotcha.
It's that first album was the one that you could play through start to finish. God, yeah.
So easy yes for you.
Yep.
Fish.
Well, personally, no.
Yeah, I know. That's how I feel.
I can just smell their crowd.
Yeah,
from
all
here.
that patchouli.
Yeah. Oh my God, and their fucking burnt leather.
So I am not a jam band person at all.
No.
So I want to say no.
I would say no for me, but like I understand.
Yes.
I'm probably outnumbered.
Yes.
By that.
So
Like,
the Inappropriate podcast vote no on that one. Soundgarden.
When Soundgarden was big,
with Spoon Man.
Spoon Man. I can only think of when Charlie sung The Nightman.
In Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The Nightman.
It was always the weirdest thing when Spoon Man, remember? Because then in the middle of the song, it just went to like that guy hitting spoons together. I mean, for like 2 minutes. I was just like, it's creative and it's different, but I was just like, man, Spoon Man.
But right, so I can't think of anything else except.
Every night you come into my room and pin me down with your strong arms and pin me down, and I try to fight you. You come inside me.
Charlie, hold on a second. I mean, the first half of that song was kind of cool, but what's with the second half?
It's about the Nightman, like filling me up, and I become him. I become the spirit of the Nightman.
But it sounds like a song where a man breaks into your house and rapes you.
What, dude? Where are you getting that from? All right, no. Just two men sharing the night. It might seem wrong, but it's just right. It's just two men sharing each other. It's just two men like loving brothers, one on top and one on bottom.
All right.
I whenever I hear Soundgarden or Spoon Man, I do the same thing.
I think of Nightman.
I think of Nightman.
Nightman.
Other than Spoon Man, that Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, I think
that was probably.
They had a good run.
They did have a good run. Now, does it get that like sympathy play because the lead singer's dead? And I think it does.
Do you?
I think that when the lead singer's dead.
Yeah, I'm kind of partial to 90s alternative. Even though I wasn't the biggest Soundgarden fan, I can respect it.
I always like that song, Temple of the Dog.
Yeah, but that wasn't...
That's them in Pearl Jam.
I was going to say that was...
Yeah.
What was that? That was a good song.
I'm going hungry.
I'm going hungry. Yeah. We should start a band, Steve.
All the wishes we've had. All right, and then I'm going to finish the list off with, they say, the garage rock minimalists, the White Stripes.
I think Jack White is a crazy talented musician.
Is it his wife or sister that does?
I think it's his sister, but it could be his wife. Now, she's the one that fucked the band up. I mean, there's only two of them.
Yeah, there's only
so
two.
So to get that sound with just two of them is crazy. But she wasn't a very good drummer. But that is what led to...
That's why they go... Dun, 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 dun,
well, right. That's what led to their sound because he had to dumb down Seriously,
Yeah,
they had to dumb down her drum, like the drum sound, because she just couldn't do anything. She was not a great drummer.
Yeah.
So their minimalist sound became, because they were like, don't do too much, because it's going to expose the fact that you can't do shit.
Yeah. Don't blow your load and then make everybody know that you're not a good drummer.
So, and then she had like crazy stage fright. She could not, like, that's also why they never really went on tour, because she just couldn't go out on
God,
stage.
she just shit the bed.
Yeah, like, why do this?
Yeah, like,
You're
why?
not, like, there's probably a better spot in life for you.
Yeah, you could do anything else.
But just think about how good of a musician he is, that the band became so popular, and she sucked.
Yeah,
and couldn't perform.
You know what? I was going to vote no, but now you've sold me on it. Yeah, they were also at the SNL 50th thing, and it was one of the funniest things you'll see, because everyone is so tan, and then they would show them in the crowd.
Fucking
it looked like they
vampires.
were in black and white.
Yeah.
like everyone else is in color, and they're in black and white because they're so pale. And
she was attractive. Not that has anything to do with it, but I would, like, not conventionally, but she had a look.
yeah,
But yeah, I would, if they ever toured or even had some dates, I would attempt to go. But
do you think they hate the fact that their song is like a stadium staple that you hear in every? I used to think it was just Baltimore that did it, but everywhere does that song.
I would say no, because like when you create a song, obviously you put it out, and I mean, how few songs ever have become like stadium anthems, right? There's not a lot. I mean, college stadiums have like their own little thing.
Yeah.
And I guess this is the equivalent of that. But to create something that just takes on a life of its own, you got to be happy with it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be, because all you do is put music out there for people to listen to.
Right.
And then here's like you have 100,000 people at a stadium like chanting your
something that you created.
Yeah, something that you, so you got to feel good about
like
it.
I know the Steelers have
Renegade,
and that's a cool song.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit off of me for, the fact that they like it.
Yeah, I know. I'll never listen to it because I hate that.
But there's, if you go to Tennessee, they have their own little thing, the college teams. And so every team does. Now, does any other team use that White Stripe song like the way the Ravens do?
Yes.
A lot of people do?
Tons of stadium. Because I thought it was just a Baltimore thing. Like it was their Renegade.
Right.
But it is every stadium does it.
So obviously there was one stadium that started it.
I feel like it's got to be the Ravens game. Because it was, I know I was at the game when they did it. It was like it was against the Steelers, and they were just blowing the Steelers out. And then it was like a night game, and they started playing it, and the whole stadium started.
Yeah,
chanting.
and then they almost had like a playoff campaign, like
with
the Seven Nation something. Like they called like the fans something. Like they had a whole play. I'd be a little upset if the Ravens did not start that. Fans of Club Brugge KV, a Belgian soccer team, started chanting Seven Nation Army in the stadium in October 2003.
Damn it. Yeah. Well, that beats probably when I heard it at the Ravens game. Yeah. Oh, that hurts. The Baltimore Ravens and Buffalo Bills have both used Seven Nation Army as walkout music, but it's also used by the Detroit Lions, the New Jersey Devils, the Baltimore Orioles, the Miami Heat, the Melbourne Victory. So a lot of people use it.
Let's pivot a little bit for football.
All right.
Because I do have a football story. Have you heard about the Tyreek story?
No, I haven't.
So it just recently came out. He's always in court.
Is it from the getting pulled over, getting dragged out of his car thing?
No, actually something else.
Oh.
So, and he has a fetish. So it kind of ties into our niche, if you will. So Tyreek, he admitted that he had to satisfy a fetish of his when he reached out to touch the breasts of a plus-size OnlyFans model. So his fetish, and that's not even the crazy part of the headline.
Mm-hmm.
He has a tall woman fetish.
Oh.
But the crazy part is he broke her leg.
What?
Yeah. So you think this is going one way.
Yeah, you just pivot.
And it just gives you a rope-a-dope and comes back. So basically he, as the article goes on to say, he had a fetish for tall women. And
tall woman?
Yeah, singular.
Yeah.
So he's 6'1", 250, if you wanted to know. He was searching on his computer a lot of tall woman content. BBW, if you will. Crushing, face-sitting, goddess worshipping, and giantess bits. This is the shitty thing about having to go to court.
Yeah. And all your shit's out there?
Like, why is this motherfucker's search history? Like, giantess. So anyway, so here's the woman, Steve.
All right, she would be a plus-size model.
But, like, not a sloppy.
No,
plus, like,
no.
Just, she's a bigger gal.
Yeah.
And she is herself 6'1", 250.
Oh, really?
So, okay, so here's the story, and it gets really odd, but her complaint is that he reached out to her to hang out, and she agreed. So they went to his mansion in Southwest
Miami
ranches in Florida. He suggested that she joined him for some practice drills in his backyard. So
that's a weird pickup move.
Oh, for sure. So she could learn more about offensive lineman position because her son played.
Oh, all right. God, this is some game he's spitting here.
She claims that Tyreek became aggressive and charged at her with a crushing force after she knocked him off balance in front of his family and his trainer. So in court, she says that he basically laid into her, extending his arms and made a grasping motion. And when he did that, he touched her breasts in a manner that of a player that's getting underneath an opponent's shoulder pads.
Oh,
So,
yeah, where they go up like that.
Up, yeah.
Yeah, lift them up.
And he admitted that the move was a little foreplay-ish.
That's so...
But he had hit her with full force in his backyard and became riled up because obviously she knocked him down. And in doing so, when he knocked her down, he broke her leg.
Because she's not a football player.
Right. And it kind of goes back and forth, but she's now suing him, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And trooper that she is, stayed at his house for another night.
With a broken ass leg.
With a broken leg. And he gave her a piggyback ride to his bedroom where she had sex with him.
After he broke her leg?
After he broke her leg. I don't even know. This goes on a whole bunch of dog shit.
What is she? How much does it say? How much she's suing?
$30,000
for medical bills.
I guess so.
So if he broke her leg, I vote okay. He should probably
just pay the $30,000.
Yeah, like I don't understand. I don't understand why because it's not that much money in the grand scheme of things for his career.
This is one of those episodes, Steve, that we just went off the rails.
I know we
almost didn't even attempt to bring it back to the rails.
And that's what I like. I think our audience likes that too. When we just kind of veer off topic and then it just keeps going.
They just tune us out, but they just keep doing what they're doing.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Just listening. Fucking now they're all watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia, watching the Nightman coming.
Nightman. Two strangers in the night, man.
One on top and one on bottom. That I love that part.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us one more again.
Follow us on the socials on Instagram and Facebook at Inappropriate with Jim and Steve. Follow ESA Movie.
Yeah, if you haven't already.
We'll see you next week.
Maybe. I'm Jim.
I'm Steve.
Where do you go? Where do you go?